husband and I have custody of our 8-year-old grandson. We are the paternal grandparents. Our ex-daughter-in-law, while never diagnosed with RAD, reactive attachment disorder, was raised in multiple foster homes and has had extreme challenges with establishing long-term positive relationships. She has made many destructive choices. Note that the courts have awarded us permanent custody of the child. She has not made any efforts to accept any responsibility for any actions leading to our custody award nearly 5 years ago. Suddenly, she has petitioned to see our grandchild. We are determined to refrain from ever saying anything negative about her to her son. However, we are equally motivated to spare him the trauma she has inflicted on us and our son, who also is not allowed by the courts to see the child, their child. Okay. Do you have any guidance for grandparents who are motivated only to do what's in the best interest of the 8-year-old? Our instinct is to resist disengagement with his mother. I cannot describe the depth of her destruction on our family within the limits of an email. Thank you. Okay, so boy, again, we're into some of the custody battles, and you really need some strong support in order to be able to comply with the adoption
They have permanent custody.
yeah, they have permanent custody, but sometimes permanent custody, that award has different limitations, and sometimes it has privileges built into it. So no, if you have to look at that pretty carefully to be able to stay within that arrangement as made by the court. Understand why you would want to keep this child away from this birth mom because of her destructive behavior and probably the damage.
And the court says the birth dad can't see the child either.
Right. So they are, this family is within their rights to not allow any kind of visitation. If you feel that you need to have some kind of contact, it should only be through letters or emails, and you would share that with the child as you saw fit. I would not suggest at this point, without some kind of intervention, supervised visits, if it's safe. And it doesn't sound like it's safe.
Well, the courts ordered her not to be able to see the child.
Right.
For a reason.
Right.
Yes.
But the person who adopts has the right to say, okay, it's okay for us to have supervised visits if it's appropriate and safe.
Right.
They can make those decisions later.
Right. Historically, what we've seen in situations similar is that once the child starts having the visits, the rejection wound is reopened.
Yes.
And so there's a adjustment reaction afterward each time the child sees the parent. So sometimes it's in the, whatever you do, we want to be doing it in the best interest of the child. So if the best interest of the child is to wait until the child is 18, then that's the direction to go. If the best interest of the child is to reintroduce and, have some form of reunification, then that's the direction to go. But you need a lot of advice from skilled professionals to direct you on this one, because it sounds like the court is involved. So you have to make very clear that you're following the court orders as well. But just know we historically have seen many cases where the connection has been left open with the birth parent, and the trauma wound of the rejection just does not heal. The wound just stays open.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I would, again, make sure that you have a good support, whether it be from therapists, caseworkers,
attorneys. There are some attorneys
that can
There are
this.
attorneys who specifically address this.
That's right. Yeah. So this one is sticky And it's also hard when this brings up the kinship piece.
Mhm.
When you have kinship placements, sometimes you do not want to destroy family relationships. And it doesn't, and it's like that ripple effect. It's not just the grandparents and the child and the parents. It goes to other children and other aunts and uncles and other cousins and grandparents. And it just keeps going. And people will take sides. I can tell you that people will take sides. And so it really does cause some issues. So it's really important for everybody to have some support. Don't try to do this on your own.
No.